Alright everyone, good morning. We are here at the Donna Farm and I am with
Jaime De Anda.
And today, Jaime, what are you going to be teaching us?
I will be teaching about plant needs.
Plant needs. I guess plants do need stuff just like we need food, water, a shelter, we need to feel loved, all those things. Tell us, what do plants need?
Yeah, good place to grow. Light, air, nutrients, water, soil. Sometimes we are trying to plant something in our backyard or front yard, and sometimes we don't know what we need to have. Even when we are trying to plant grass in our house, right, or backyard or front yard, we want to talk about that. What the plant needs to grow well and healthy. And the first thing that we need is going to be a good place to grow. What does those mean? A place is basically a location. We need a location to provide the space, the soil to the plant, right? In this one, it has interaction with the other plant needs that we'll be talking about later. The place is going to be very important because we need to make sure that we have one, the space for the plant to grow. Okay, that means because sometimes some plants needs more space and other plants needs a little bit less space.
Okay.
It's different when we are talking about to grow watermelon and to grow a lettuce, right?
So how do we know which plants require more space or less space?
Yeah, we need to check the dimension. One consideration that you need to take before we're gonna plant this jacaranda, we need to check or verify the dimension of this tree, how tall it's gonna grow, right? You need to make sure that you don't have power lines, right?
So we want to know how big any given plant will be when it's fully mature.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
The veggies, they usually don't take too much space in base of the hay, right? But the trees, yes.
Can you give us an example of a good location here?
We can see the difference here. This is a watermelon that is growing. All the veins are growing and extending, and it's covering a lot of space.
That's a lot of space.
We have four beds, and it's covering a lot of space. But we can see here, this is zucchini. This is a small plants, but this plant it will cover in the future 1 foot that way and this way. The second need will be light. We know that the plant needs light for the process of the photosynthesis, right? But what happens when the plant does not have enough light? We'll discover and start.
Oh wow, everything is dead under there.
Exactly, and this is the difference, right? These plants are dead, basically, and these plants are looking green, looking healthy, looking good, right? Because the only difference is the sunlight. Some plants, they can grow with a partial shade, right? Sometimes we have a tree in our houses and we want to plant under the tree, right? The recommendation if you want to plant veggie is to have full sunlight. Here sometimes it's getting some sunlight because we have the tree here. You can see the leaves. This is the aloe vera leaves that are like thin. When you plant it with a full sunlight, you'll see a full size aloe vera leaves. Okay, so that's the reason we need to find a place with a very good sunlight. The next plant needs is air, right? Like us, we need oxygen to breathe. We know that the plant needs carbon dioxide. We put this plant here in this bag. This bag is sealed, right? It has like 4 days, 5 days. But you can see here, it is water inside. Why do you think it is water?
Wow.
It's absorbing oxygen and is releasing carbon dioxide in vapor, right? In gas.
In vapor form. Okay.
Because the plant is transpirating, right? This one is not in the bag, but this plant is transpirating. Basically, the plant is absorbing water, okay, and it's releasing that water in vapor, basically.
So is it sweating basically? Is it kind of like
Basically,
when we sweat
Like, yeah,
right now?
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
like
hot.
sweating. Yeah, exactly. So that's the reason that the plant needs to have a very good, in the place that we want to choose, very good aeration. Okay. The next plant need is basically something similar to us. We need food to grow. The plant the same needs food. Okay. So what does that mean with nutrients is it means that the plant needs different elements. If you're seeing when you want to plant any plant, you're seeing that the plant has something yellow in the leaves, you're seeing like the plant weak, and you're seeing something different like small spot, yellow spots here, chlorosis, that's the term, correct term. And this one, it has just, looks healthy, looks deep green. So you can amend the soil adding these fertilizers and adding organic matter and adding compost to the soil. You can improve the soil, and basically you are providing the food. You can follow the recommendation in the store, nursery store, and they can recommend different amendments that you can use for your soil.
So how do we know what our soil needs?
Sometimes you know just to see in the plants, right? If the plants are healthy and you want to plant in that part, in that location, that's going to be okay. You don't need. You can plant, and then with the plant that you are, with the plant that you have there in that location, you will see if the plant will grow good or not.
Okay, so
right?
it's trial, a lot of trial and error.
Exactly.
Can we also just get a soil sample? Would that work?
Yeah, that works. You can get a soil sample and you can send it to the lab, and you can see how much you will need to add it.
And the soil sample will tell us, the analysis will tell us what we need.
How you want to amend it. More like accurate information.
Okay.
For that.
And I believe some people do free soil analysis. I think A&M may do some free soil analysis.
If you're finding a place, you have a good place and you like it, that place to grow plants, but the soil doesn't have so much nutrients, you can fix it. I mean, you can amend it.
Yeah, so we can always fix the soil.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Exactly.
Cool.
Now we are talking about water, right? The plant needs water. If it doesn't have access to water, the plant will die, right? So that's the reason that when you choose a place to grow plants, you need to make sure that you have a good access to water and a good quality water. You can use the normal hose, right, to water in the plants, providing enough water. Okay. Something that you can do is to check when you plant a plant in the location that you will plant, to make sure that it has a good moisture, right? That the soil has enough water. Okay, that way the plant can grow healthy as well. This is an irrigation system that we are using here. This is the source of the city water. Okay, and we are using a drip tape irrigation system. This is a timer we are using just to schedule how much time we'll be watering. You can see these lines, drip tape. It has a small hose that is dripping. That's how we irrigate the plants or watering the plants here in this field. The water is the most important thing. The benefits of using this drip tape is that you are saving water. When you are using sprinkles, you are watering different areas that probably you don't want to watering. But when you are using drip tape, you are controlling in the area that you want to watering, right? Basically, and you're saving a lot of water. If you want to have a good water conservation, you will need to add organic matter to the soil, and you will conserve the water for more time. Another thing that we need to consider in that is the soil. It's super important because can we plant in a driveway?
I guess not.
But we need to make sure that the soil is healthy. How do we know that the soil it has nutrients, it has organic matter? That means that the soil is good, right? Because it can provide a lot of nutrients. Something that is super important and I recommend is that you maintain always a good organic matter in the soil, because that not only is gonna improve the structure of the soil, but also you are providing nutrients, okay, to the soil with the organic matter at the same time. Okay. So a tip to recognize a good place to grow plants is sometimes you are seeing weeds or you are seeing your grass or different plants.
Mm-hmm.
If you're seeing that the plants are healthy, the color is like deep green, that means that this is a good soil to plant. If you are not seeing like plants, or if you're seeing that the plants are yellow, different color, like it's not growing like good,
Mm-hmm.
that means that it's gonna be probably the soil had problems or the place, right, to grow plants. It's not gonna be a good place. So something that we can mention here is that you need to prepare the soil before you will plant. Why is this important? What happens if you will plant in a super compacted soil? What will happen with the root system of the plant?
I mean, can they break through it? They can
It
grow
will
through
break,
concrete,
but it's
right?
going to be more difficult to the plant to break and to absorb the nutrients, right?
I also see a bunch of bugs in there, like polies. Oh, like there's spiders
here?
and there's
Yeah,
look, there's a lot of critters in there. I mean, is that good? Are they pests?
yeah, it's super
How
good.
do we know what's good for the soil and which pests?
Because all the bugs,
rid of?
bacteria, fungi, all that you can find in the soil, it will help, right, to decompose all the organic matter, and at the same time providing the necessary nutrients for the plants. Thank you for taking part of this lesson. I hope that this is going to be helpful for you to start planting, and I encourage you that you can start planting, that you can try different things, you can try different plants, do the things that you like to do it in your garden. Even if it's grass, you can plant it and help the families to do it, right? And you can, the only things to learn is just to do the thing.
That's true. We're not going to learn unless we do it. So thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.